When you see piles of dirt on the ground at my house, you know I've been working on this damn Suburban again. Can't do this stock height on a Suburban no more. Gotta go down. Some of y'all might say I ruined this thing. Who drops a four-wheel drive? But when you're using it to tow a 30-foot boat and you gotta get up a wet on-ramp, sometimes you might need to lock it in 4 low. 2005 Suburban. We're gonna drop it 3, see what it looks like. Check it out. Kind of doing a weekend warrior thing in a moment. I think it'll be cool. I ain't going super low, I'm gonna keep a little street look to it. But I'm gonna do a 3-inch drop in the rear and adjust the front down to match because it's got torsion bars. See what it looks like when it's done. That rear fender well gap is a little big for my taste. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down a little bit. I got some 3-inch shackles I'm gonna stick on it. Front's on torsion bars, so I can adjust that gap between the fender and the top of the tire there. But when I got it parked just sitting there, can't get over that. It's a little much. Alright, I got it on my concrete slab. And we're going to put a tape measure on. It's on a flat level surface. From the top of the tire. Got about 8.5 on the rear. On the front, we got 7. So I went ahead and I broke this bottom one loose. Got it off of there. If you don't know, GM puts a hex on the end of these bolts so you can hold it with something while you break the nut if you can't get a wrench on the bottom side. That's what I'm gonna have to do up here at the top. So I'll get whatever size this is and hold the side with that to get it off of there. But if you've noticed, to get that bolt out, it's gonna hit the frame. There's no way I can slide it past the leaf spring. So what you do in this case is you break the bottom, slide the bolt out, have the top nut off, and then jack up the rear end up, and that's going to let this bolt get higher than the frame so you can slide it out. Rinse, repeat the other side. There you go. Tells me that that's 3/8 or 10 millimeter. But it's all purpose, if you ask me. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust the top one off, change this thing out. What you breathing for, dog? So we're gonna go ahead and let the jack down and get this bolt where it can get free of this bracket right here. Bolt out and rear shackle off. Look at the difference in this. That's going to be a significant drop. Like I said, we're a little bit more than twice the length of the stock one. The aftermarket does have 2 holes. We're going to set it on kill. This would probably be 2.5. This is a 3-inch. As far as the drop length is. So let's go ahead and get these new ones installed. Don't forget to put some grease. Live kind of close to the Gulf here, so I like to use marine grease. It stops corrosion on stuff, but you put just some grease on the ends of these, stop from squealing. Definitely grease your grease fitting here. So I got the other side off already. Let's go ahead and put this one in, and now put the other side in. We'll see how much it dropped the rear. Get your factory bolt, your grease fitting. Whoa. Whoa, a little excited. Wasn't expecting that. All right, so I get a little bit of grease. I'm gonna wipe it on the sides of my bushings, inside and outside. Stop any squeaking from happening. Don't want the squeaking. Whatever's left needs to go up on here. Ain't gonna hurt none. Bolt and reinstall. If I can stab it from this side, the other side ought to be lined up pretty good. So I want them both going the same way. This ain't working, bro. Got it lined up, got the bolt in. I can't fight the cell phone light and the camera at the same time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that stabbed in. Get the lower buttoned up, and I'll do the other side, and we'll drop it down and see what it looks like. Alright, got the bolt through. There we go. Get this bottom one lined up. Do the back side. Have to give it a little tap in there. Still so much mud coming out from this poor little truck. Maybe this light will stay right here. How's that? Maybe? Maybe. Alright. Gotta just need a couple of more taps. Get it knocked in there. Hey, got them both. Alright, both bolts are in. Go ahead and zip the nuts on, do the other side, we'll drop it down, see how much lower it got. Alright, so got the bottom bolt tight. Put my all-purpose to hold the bolt while I tighten it up. I'm going to get the top up here. The leaf spring is touching the fuel tank filler neck, so I'm going to put the weight of the vehicle on it and see if it comes away from it, if it'll pivot back. If not, I'm going to have to go ahead and drop it from the very top hole, which is the lowest hole, to the second one down, which is I don't want to do. It may only be a ½ inch difference, but I'm trying to go as low as I can. So we'll see what's in the way and what's not, and if I got to redo it, I'll spare you all that footage, but it might end up being right here. Just give me enough clearance to get the leaf spring away from the filler neck. So this is what the stock height looked like after I went and put the 3-inch drop hangers on the rear. What we ended up with was 6.5 inches to the bottom of the fender. What we have here on the front is 7. Got the back drop down. Time to get on the front. This is your front spring right here. That's your torsion bar. It runs all the way to the front control line. Where it meets in is right there. And this is pretty much just a coil spring. It's straight and it twists. So your adjustment is right there. This guy right here. So by loading or unloading, you can pretty much raise and lower the front of the truck. Now this one's got a good bit of bolt in it, so I'm going to take some bolt out of it and drop the front down. So let me grab a, I don't know, I'm guessing a 19mm or 3/4, and we're going to go ahead and get on that and drop it a little bit. It's all trial and error. You got to do it a little bit, back it up, pull it in, let the suspension move a little bit, put the tape on it until you're happy with it. And it's going to affect the rear just slightly, because every time you move the front, the frame's going to twist back and forth. So if you want to get the back even, you got to get the front even. Make it look right when it's all done. Let's get the wrenching. The end result of this whole thing is to get that CV axle straight. That's about as low as I want to go. I don't want any type of incline on that at all. I want 100% straight to the hub. So I got two full turns on this. Let's go 3. All right, I went 4 full turns on this one. We'll go ahead and do the other side. So the front has a 5 1/4 fender gap from the top of the tire to the bottom of the fender well. And the rear has a 6-inch gap from the top of the tire to the bottom of the fender well. So I have a 3/4 inch rake to the front. Can't get far enough back, it's all bubbly looking. I'll go park it somewhere and make it look good. Hey y'all, we got it done. I got the drop on the truck. It's looking pretty dang good, if I can say so myself. I think I got that street look that I was looking for accomplished. It looks wider, it's lower. It's still got a little bit of rake to it. It's a 1/2 inch higher, sorry, 3/4 of an inch higher in the rear than in the front. I am going to use it for towing. It's going to tow a 30-foot Scarab that's coming up on the channel here eventually. Them yellow brakes just really set it off. I love it. Man, the tires look fat when it gets down like that. I mean, it's not low rider low, but it ain't 4x4 high either. It's a good happy medium. To get this front down a little bit was super simple. All I had to do was uncrank the torsion bars a little bit. Being it's got a 700-pound big block under the hood, there's still a lot of spring on those torsion bars. I haven't even noticed a difference. And matter of fact, it rides just a little bit better. For the rear, on the other hand, was a bit of a chore. I bought some 3-inch drop hangers and I could only get about 2.5 out of the rear because this has 2 gas tanks. The filler neck was sitting right on top of the rear leaf spring. So I had to bend that slightly, it's aluminum, bent it slightly, got it out of the way, and I could only use 2.5 inch of my 3-inch hanger, but it came out freaking awesome, I think. And on this side in the back, they ran the AC compressor lines right over the top of the leaf spring. Who does that? Nevertheless, I had to slightly bend those out of the way to get me some clearance, and I could only use the 2.5 inch holes instead of the 3-inch holes on this side either. I'd have liked to have gone to 3. I know I keep saying, but the 2.5, man, still got that toughness. I looked up the curb weight on this thing. It's got a 7,500-pound curb weight. Well, with 450 foot-pounds of torque and 373 gears, this big block throws this truck around like it's a half-ton. Well, I'm gonna get it one weekend at a time. Just hang with me and we'll get on to something better than this. Thanks for tuning in to Modified. Catch y'all next time.